Creating a learning community in online courses. This presentation will define and explain why creating a learning community is beneficial to teaching online, outline learning theories that support the trend, and provide strategies for creating a learning community. According to Bielesic and Collins, the goal of creating a learning community is to advance the collective knowledge and support the growth of individual knowledge. And the defining quality of a learning community is that there is a culture of learning in which everyone is involved in a collective effort of understanding. Additionally, there should be ongoing interaction, interplay, and collaboration among the members as they strive for common learning goals. Typical characteristics include a diversity of expertise among members who are valued for their contributions and given support to develop, a shared objective of continually advancing the collective knowledge and skills, an emphasis on learning how to learn, and mechanisms for sharing what is learned. According to Schroeder and Mabel, there are 6 principles that should be incorporated in the development of learning communities. Learning communities are generally small, unique, and cohesive units characterized by a common sense of purpose and powerful peer influences. Student interaction within learning communities should be characterized by the 4 I's: involvement, investment, influence, and identity. Learning communities involve bounded territory that provides easy access to and control of group space that supports ongoing interaction and social stability. Learning communities should be primarily student-centered, not staff-centered, if they are to promote student learning. Staff must assume that students are capable and responsible young adults who are primarily responsible for the quality and extent of their learning. Effective learning communities should be the result of collaborative partnerships between faculty, students, and residence hall staff. Learning communities should not be created in a vacuum. They are designed to intentionally achieve specific educational outcomes. Learning communities should exhibit a clear set of values and normative expectations for active participation. The normative peer cultures of learning communities enhance student learning and development in specific ways. Many subject matter experts who are new to teaching online are concerned that they will lose the interaction and sense of community they have with their students when they teach face-to-face. By focusing on the principles of a learning community and considering strategies that promote a community in their course, their students will benefit greatly. As Wilson et al. Explain in their article, Bounded Community, Designing and Facilitating Learning Communities in Formal Courses, benefits of creating a learning community include: learning communities provide a social context for the material. Students feel more connected within a community. This is especially important in online courses where students often feel isolated or disconnected from their peers. Boost retention. This is accomplished when students feel a sense of community and want to engage. Learning communities can serve as a bridge between school and work environments. And finally, learning communities provide a richer, more authentic experience for both teachers and students, which result in higher levels of academic peer interactions and a more positive view of their academic environment. In teaching online, creating a learning community is done virtually. One important theory that supports the creation of a learning community is the community of inquiry model, which champions a focus on the learner and environment interactions, based on the theory that the social context affects the nature of learning outcomes and activities. Essential elements of this model include social presence, teaching presence, and cognitive presence, whereby social presence is the community member's ability to project themselves as quote-unquote real people in the virtual community. Teaching presence is the instructional management and facilitation, building of understanding, and direct instruction. And cognitive presence addresses learners' construction and confirmation of meaning through reflection and discourse within online community. Another theory is the Online Collaborative Learning Theory, OCL, which provides a model of learning in which students are encouraged and supported to work together to create knowledge. In such a theory, discussions are the core component of teaching, and the teacher plays a key role as a fellow learner and link to the knowledge community. Discussions are places where communities are built, support is continued, and learning is active and collaborative. Finally, to help reduce cognitive overload and help learners center their focus on learning and knowledge building, Mayer's theory of multimedia learning can also be used. This theory relies on 3 core assumptions about how humans process information. Dual channel, meaning that humans possess 2 channels for visual and auditory information. Limited capacity, meaning humans have a limited capacity for processing information via those channels. and active learning, meaning that humans actively learn by attending to relevant information, organizing, and then integrating mental representation with other knowledge. Mayer suggests that extraneous cognitive processes should be reduced so that material is presented in a coherent fashion, with attention paid to spatial and temporal presentation and lack of redundancy. There are many instructional strategies for promoting a learning community in an online course. These include model behavior. Start each week with a warm and enthusiastic weekly message or announcement. Be active in the course site, check into discussions, and make sure students are on topic and reply to student inquiries quickly. Provide opportunities for students to get to know you and one another. Options include developing ongoing community icebreaker activities or other engaging collaborative low-stakes projects where students are allowed to get to know one another as they might in a face-to-face course. Create a safe course environment. Continual and consistent instructor presence helps achieve this, as well as dealing with disruptive behavior immediately so that the safer students feel in your course, the more comfortable they will be about engaging with each other and you. Additionally, class rules and expectations could be shared, and providing trigger warnings for when difficult or uncomfortable material is assigned are good ideas. Build in multiple avenues for interaction and engagement. This might include video conferencing, peer review activities, and collaborative work. Promote collaboration and communication by providing adequate tools for communication and self-presentation. Allow learners to form subgroups to focus on tasks and projects. Keep your course dynamic in continually adding fresh content and embed scaffolding to guide learners to the course content and assessments. All video lectures and multimedia material should follow Mayer's theory of multimedia learning. Provide resources for further learning. This could be optional resources connected to lectures or articles of current events that connect to course material, anything that might engage the students on the course topic and help them further their own learning. In conclusion, learning communities have evolved significantly over the past few decades, and while the structure can vary widely, they are an integral part of higher education, and no matter what strategies are employed, should aim to promote coherence in students' learning and increase intellectual interaction with faculty and peers. In online learning, the promotion of a virtual community has many benefits to all involved within the learning community.